What's up, guys? Time to show off a new build. This is going out to Dave. This is his first watch for me, and it is a bit of a long time coming because we were trying to find one of these bronze cases, these pan bronze cases, and it was next to impossible. So it took a while to get together, but we've got everything put together. Company colors, we did a teal dial. So I had this dial lasered out and then lasered through in certain parts. And that prompted a bit of an issue because you want to be able to paint it in the color, but at the same time you don't want to be able to fill those pores because you're trying to backside lume them. And then a new problem arose that you had the seal on the outside. So we also had to be able to paint this and seal it under glass so that when we painted and sealed this, it matched as well. So took a little bit of time getting the dial correct as well. So we've got a bronze PAM case. We've got a lasered solid case back. We have the custom company dial. Oh, man, I need to grab something to drink. Custom company dial. We have a set of, I don't want to say that they're bronze hands, but they're very close, probably more accurately gold, but you can't quite tell that they are different. I don't think that they make bronze hands. You have a polished coin bezel on this, and then you have a custom painted bezel insert. Now, painting was done by Mr. Michael Coffey. If you are familiar with Michael, he does awesome painting on his dials. And then sealed. So this is one of his bezel inserts that he painted. It worked way better than the bezel insert that I sent him with doing the sealing part. So swapped over onto that. Strap from my buddy Jonathan over at Wristbound. And a brushed brass. They don't make bronze, but I did a little bit of a distressing to where from here to here, that looks about right. Now, if you put it on top of each other, you'll notice the bronze is a little bit more pink. So, you know, at a distance, this and this match. That said, we also have a strap from my buddy Constantine. This is a suede Italian strap with an inlay and matching stitching. And then depending on the light you get with this, depending on the light we get with here, you've got a nice, good match with it as well. So with these, swapping these out, I have a tool in here for you. You got that on one end. What's on the other end here? Probably the same thing. Oh, that's a punch. Okay, so never mind. You won't use the punch side, but you will use this side. Whenever you're wanting to swap these out, you just need to go from the bottom and kind of just push this up some. That's all you're going to do. Just want to push it up, and you've got a spring bar in here. Okay. You just want to get under this lip and lift it off. Now, how that looks, these are your spring bars. Can I pull it out? Yeah. That's all these do. They just are compression. So all you're doing is going in from the side, pushing that compression down, and giving some pressure on there to push it out. Now when you put these in, when you swap your band over, it's pretty simple. You're going to do it by hand. When this is off, you're going to come in, you're going to put one side in first, and kind of walk it over to where this is now pushing against this piece here. I just use my fingernail and push it down to where it's flat, and then I just move it around inside there until I find that hole, and it kicks back up in there. So once you do it a couple times, you'll be a pro. It's not too terrible at all. And then as you can see, we did matching beads for either set. This one had a lot of variegated beads in it, which kind of pulled from both really well. And this one just has a good mix of bronze and brown and our collar there. So bezel on this will turn left. I need to put that back on. Bezel on this will turn left. It does not go back to the right. It is a 120 click bezel. So if you are needing to set the time or wanting to be 3 hours behind because you're trying to keep time in a different time zone, etc., you can do that. These are considered waterproof, but I don't trust anything that's not a screw down crown. So with this one, it's just held on with compression. So when you pull this lever back, this pops back out, right? And at that point, you can wind. So this is an automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. It's got a rotor on the underside here. This is an NH38 movement. So you've got a 41-ish hour power reserve on it. And your movement will keep it wound throughout the day, but if you're not going to be active, you want to wind it just a little bit. So with these, you've got your crown guard here, so you can only do about a third of a turn winding on this. You can't overwind it, but if you're not going to be very active, you want to wind it up a little bit, because if you're just sitting there, your watch might stop on you if you're not being very active. So I don't know how long to tell you to do this. You can't overwind it. You'll get a feel for it if you do it for 10 seconds or so aggressively. You can, and sit it, on the desk. You can see if it's running the next day. If it is running the next day, you know that whatever you've just done, that mixed with your movement throughout the day, should probably keep you good. But that said, when you're happy with your winding, you're going to grab this and pull it out to the one and only click. You'll still have your leeway all the way around there inside your guard. You can now set your time. Now it has a hacking movement, so it's going to stop on you. But you set your time. Alexa, what time is it? It's 11:57 a.m. Now what I was saying is it doesn't have a screw down crown. So how watertight can it be if the only thing that's holding it is this lever that you could accidentally bump right off? So that's why I say, you've got your sapphire glass in there. You've got your case back on here, extra tight with gaskets. And you've got a gasket inside there, but I don't know that I would trust this, to go swimming or anything like that. Now this is actual bronze, so you will get patina over time. You will get cool kind of look to it. There's some things online you can look at to see like what can patina it faster, what you can use to safely remove patina, because you can get these things looking pretty green, which might kind of go well with the overall look. This is brass. It's not going to patina the same. But that is your build, sir. I already showed you your matching beads that goes here. And let's put this back together. This will be in the bottom of your box. This is just a tool that comes with some of my steel bands. I don't know how good it is, but this is just a very simple tool. You could even use a small flathead if you want. You're just getting in there and you're just putting pressure against it. So that'll be in the bottom, as will your additional strap. Now the spring bar works the same way on this. You are going to pull this up a little bit, pop this off. You'll pull this out, take this piece off. You'll take this piece, you'll put it right inside there. You'll run your spring bar right back through the middle. Pull on it, make sure it's on there. Lift that up a little bit. Go one side on your buckle. Compress that and put your other side on there. You'll be a pro at that too. But the only things that you can mess up on is you have this under where you clip this on. So then this part's hanging down here instead up here. And then you'll go, oh, okay, I got to take that back off. That's about the only thing you can do. Or you don't actually have this in there back when you run that through, and your bar's running behind it, which this will fall out. It will hold in there because it's in between two pieces of leather, so it'll hold in there decently. But if you give it a little tug and it comes right out, then you know that you did not run it through the hole in there. The hole is not much larger than the spring bar, but it is pretty simple. When you're working with suede, you've got a lot of pliability here. You'll be able to compress it decently. So that is your build, sir. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm glad we're getting it to you in time. It's going to come in a brown BBW special edition box. It's going to come with watch foamer. This is a cleaner that's good for anything glass and metal, so everything here in the center, along with a microfiber. So non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. And then you're also going to have leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. If you ever feel that it's not, apply it on the front and the back. Let it soak in. Remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. Use a rag or something that you would apply like lotion-esque on. Don't use that microfiber. You don't want to add any kind of, something that could dry on there hard, and now you're raking it, on your watch. But that is your build, sir. I think it came out freaking awesome. Now, as I mentioned before, these bronze PAM cases are pretty difficult to find. I've only been able to find them now as buying 100 at a time, and they're not cheap. So we're talking 5 figures on buying cases. So in the future, if you want to build like this again, there's a good chance we're going to be doing it on silver, possibly brass or black. But we can still custom paint and or do variations. So, but that is your build, sir. I appreciate you a ton. Thank you for your patience with me on it. And if you want me to build you something, before I get out, let's show you your loom real fast. I sent it to you in a picture, but I like to contain, everything I can in the video where I can. And granted, it might not. It's daytime and all, and it's pretty out. So, is this thing acting like it needs new batteries? So take it down where it's a little bit dark. So company logo lasered out, all your numbers and all the side pips lasered out, and then backside loomed. So once again, if there's something you want me to make for you, reach out. I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.